Hello and welcome to Nick V Uncensored. Today we've got Matt Geiger and we're going to be talking about Venezuela, the airspace is being locked, the drug cartels, the voting machines, and also the silver and gold boom. Now, just before we begin, I want to say that we're back on YouTube again. We don't want to violate their guidelines. So I just want to say we're not financial advisors. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We're not making any claims. Please do your own research. Matt, thank you so much for joining me. How are you, and what have you been up to?
Good to see you, man. Just working away with these prices going up. We've been obviously very busy, and just try to enjoy the show.
Absolutely. And Matt, I just want to let the viewers know that you've been really busy with helping people exit the matrix with fiat currency, or should I say, the dollar, which is melting into gold and silver. It's very simple. And this is what Matt does. And silver is now hit $60. And it used to be, from when I remember, about $30. And now it's doubled in that time that I've been investing in silver. But we believe that silver is going to hit the hundreds, maybe thousands. This is going to be the biggest increase we've ever seen in the world in history, because silver is massively manipulated, especially by JP Morgan. And we are trying to wake up as many people as possible to be free, to be sovereign, to move the fiat currency, which is the Federal Reserve, the deep state system, into real money, into Mother Earth's money. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. I mean, if you've been in gold the last, year and a half, you've doubled your money. If you've been in silver just this last year, silver is more than doubled this year. It's crazy. And you're right. These big banks, they manipulated, specifically JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America. Their game of silver rigging is over. Supply is drying up. So somebody has, paper silver for whatever reason. A lot of people buy paper silver. I would convert that to physical silver. I would turn around and convert it. We're going much higher than 60. We're just parking at 60 right now. 70 is the next place we're going to be. We'll probably hang out at 70 for a little bit. And then who knows? I mean, maybe we see $100, $200 silver. So, I mean, anybody out there that thinks they've missed the boat, you have not. I mean, certainly, sure, if you came to us a year ago and, your viewers who worked with us last year, I mean, they're thrilled. Why? Because we're not charging the commissions that these other companies charge, right? So a lot of the people that do business with a lot of these gold companies out of Los Angeles, these criminal companies, they're just getting into the green now in both their gold and silver. They've missed that whole uptick. Anybody that's done business with me, okay, they profited massively. Their accounts are up 30, 40, 50% right now. Huge, big difference. And that's what separates me from the pack, by the way. And you know that.
Absolutely. No, definitely. Matt he finds a way to get all of your 401ks, IRAs, and even if you don't have that, if you want silver and gold, he gives it to you, sorts it out and gives it to you physical, and you are responsible. That is what sovereignty is. It's not on paper. It doesn't belong to the banks. It can't be frozen. It's you that holds gold and silver. I mean, that is the best way. It talks for itself. There isn't much more I can say.
We put it in your own possession. We put it in your own possession. So in other words, an IRA or 401k can be put in your own possession. Now, granted, you're not supposed to store it yourself, right? You probably want to find a local depository for it. But hey, if you decide to store it yourself, I'm just a gold dealer. I'm the guy that sold the gold. You do whatever you want with it, but we can structure it in such a way that makes that possible. And I'm not knocking the depositories. I think the depositories are just fine. Had Kamala Harris won, different story. I think Trump, with Trump in office, I don't think he's going to let these places get looted or the gold, confiscated or any of that nonsense, which I know people, it's a common question that I get. I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, had Kamala won, different story.
Absolutely. Now, I want to say that if you're interested, and this is for you, and this is something that you're ready to be sovereign, and you want some silver and gold in your own possession because you want to protect your future and your children, your loved ones as well, and your retirement. You click the link below. The information is below directly for Matt Geiger, who's with me right now, and he will talk you through the process. He's a patriot like us. He's awake, and this is why we do these interviews: is to get people out of the system, whether it's to do finances or trying to reverse a disease or an illness or something. This is what this platform's about. We operate outside and beyond the veil, and this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a parallel system where we provide information like this. Matt, let's talk about Venezuela. What's going on there? There's a very big drug cartel. I believe Venezuela has emptied out a lot of their prisons and have allowed their people or their prisoners to flood into the United States, increasing there's lots of concerns of security issues there because of that. So what's happening on the Trump and Venezuela side?
Well, it's serious business. I mean, we just closed down their airspace, right? So nothing can get in and out of Venezuela. And effectively, what that means is we're going to invade. We're going to pull out Maduro by his neck, and we're pulling him out of there. And believe me, they offered what, a $50 million bounty. So some general, some higher up person is giving the United States the information that we need in order to take Maduro out. And really what this means, and the interesting part, we were talking about this before the show, is, Maduro is really just a puppet of the CIA, right? He's just a puppet of our own people. So what is that going to tell people? What revelation is that to the American people, that Maduro, with all his drug dealing, his fentanyl dealing, his dealings with China, he's installed there by our own, CIA, for example. He's put there by our own government. And our own government's sending fentanyl, killing 100 million Americans per year, or not 100 million, but 100,000 per year.
So so 1 minute. So you're saying that Maduro was put there by the deep state, the deep state U.S. government before Trump, right? And maybe they've had like a backdoor agreement. Oh yeah, flooding all your prisoners into the United States. Is that what you're
100%,
saying?
100%. No doubt about it.
Why? Why would the country want to do that to their own people?
I mean, this is communism, right? This is what these people want. This is what Obama wants. This is what Brennan wants. This is what Comey wants. This is literally, and they're all being paid to do it. And I agree with you. It's like, what good is your money? However many millions of dollars you're getting, what good is that money when you don't have a country? Where are you going to go spend it? You think you're going to have, Gucci and Versace and all the, right? What good is a Rolex watch at that point? It means nothing. Right.
And this is, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Please.
I mean, I was just going to say, when you're saying that this is allowing prisoners in to your own people. Well, they don't even consider you as their people because they're communist. They're, in my opinion, is Israeli assets. But what they're doing is, we need to destabilize the people of the United States by making the cities more dangerous, so that when we bring out digital ID in the name of security, they are going to accept it.
Exactly right.
This is what they're doing. This is for control, conditioning them, suffering. Now we can control them. Right. Yep. And once we've got America into it, it's gonna be a lot easier for other countries to follow.
And believe me, it's not just Venezuela we're going to be invading. I think we're down in Mexico. I think Delta Force is down probably in Mexico, getting ready to take out the cartels. I think we're going to clean up Mexico. Claudia Sheinbaum, that supposed woman, that Jewish woman. I mean, Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico. It's absurd. It just tells the whole story, right? With a name like that. I think we're down in Mexico getting ready to clean. I think she's in hiding. I think we're getting ready to go in there too. I think where we're ending up is that we're going to be trading hemispherically. Europe is lost. I mean, you just saw what happened with Europe and Trump calling out the European Union, right? He says they're done. We don't want to do anything with them. And when we pull our support for the EU, that also means we're pulling support for NATO, which now means, what have we been doing? We've been funding NATO all these years. So now Europe doesn't have an army. What are they going to do? Nothing. They're going to go into chaos. And I think for a couple of years, until they get their act together, we'll get our act together very quickly. That's what we're seeing right now. We're cleaning out our own hemisphere. North America, now we're going to South America to clean that up. And we're just going to be, we'll get our goods, whatever it is, from South America as South America becomes great again. So and this is something that I heard from Juan which is we're not going to just deport these people back to South America and be our brother's keeper. As Juan puts it, we're going to be our brother's brother. And we're going to help them as they go back to their home countries. We're not going to just send them back into some hellhole, some shithole, right? We're going to go and help them build the United States in their own backyard, have them build a constitution just like ours. And have it be, as Alex Jones would say, 1776 worldwide. So it's going to be tough in the beginning. And this is, for precious metals prices, this is going to take the price of gold, silver, knock it through the roof. You've seen nothing yet with gold and silver prices, right? This stuff hasn't even popped off yet. Okay, we haven't even heard about the economic decline. We haven't heard about it. None of the financial events have happened, and we're already at these prices. Let that sink in.
I mean, I think the reason why silver and gold is going up is because what's happening is the banks, the system, or the matrix. When I say the matrix, I mean the matrix financial side of things is slowly declining. The Federal Reserve, the banks, all declining. It's all melting. They're all losing power. And the more they destabilize, the more we see gold and silver go up. And like what you've just said, it hasn't really started yet. We haven't really seen a massive crash yet. And I think when we do, that's when silver and gold is really going to hit an all-time high, historical high as ever.
Yeah, the increase in gold is more tied to the dollar. So the increase in gold price has really been tied to the idea that the dollar's lost a lot of value, right? We're starting to see and they're admitting it. That's the beauty of it. They're actually admitting that the dollar's losing value.
Is it tied to the dollar, or is it the fact that they're printing so much that they're weakening the dollar, that it takes more of the dollars to afford the gold?
Same thing. Exactly right. We're saying the same thing, right?
Okay.
Silver's also more based on the chaos that's coming. So I think with the invasion of Venezuela, and you're going to see it, we could see it any day. We could see it tomorrow. We could see it today. We're gonna turn on Fox News or CNN, and we're gonna start seeing the actual invasion. And it'll be quick, but that type of thing will absolutely push up the price of gold and silver. Now that Russia and the European countries are now kind of facing off, that's another battlefront to be looking out for, where we're going to start to see gold and silver prices rise because of the chaos over there. So it's going to be very chaotic here toward the end of the year, beginning of next year. I think it'll be quick over here, but it's going to be much more long lasting over in Europe. So we may need you to move to the United States, Nick. We need to get you over here.
Yes. So what do you think silver will go to?
I think we'll see silver by the end of the year hit 70.
No, but I'm talking in the next few years or within the next 5 years. Do you see silver going to like a few hundred?
I think you can see several $100s. I know some people say several $1,000s. Some people say tens of thousands. I think a couple $100. $100 would be great.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. Let's talk about so the drug cartels. We've spoken about that. Anything about the voting machines in Venezuela? You mentioned something about this earlier.
Well, let's call them the dominoes, right? So we're on YouTube. Let's call it the Domino's voting machines, right? The company that sounds like that. The Domino's voting machines were originated in Venezuela, right? They used those machines were created by our own people through Venezuela, using to run their elections. Now we obviously see they could put anybody they want in office out here in the United States, right? And that's going to be revealed when we go into Venezuela. We're going to get a lot of the data, a lot of the information, and it's going to start tying this stuff together in people's minds. Oh, Venezuela is not just it's drugs, it's corruption, it's voting machines, it's this, it's that, right? So we're going to start to see the connection between our own deep state and the people like Maduro running Venezuela.
I heard that if Donald Trump can prove that the election was taken from him, that he will be allowed to run another term.
Correct.
Yeah.
He already can, because my understanding of the way it works is that if he gets obstructed, like phony Russia, right? Phony Russia nonsense. If they obstruct him and don't allow him to do his job, he automatically gets a redo. And it's not a 4-year redo. It's actually a 5-year redo. That's my understanding of the way it works. So technically, Trump could run probably another 2 terms based on all the obstruction he's getting. He hasn't even really he hasn't even really been president yet, based on the real rules.
Yes, I know what you mean, because there's so many
I don't think
challenges.
he will be. I don't think he will be running in 2028. I do think we're going to have somebody else. And I know we can all speculate who that person might be.
Do you know what?
But yeah, but you're right. Yeah, he could. That's why he taunts the deep state and says, "Oh, I'm gonna run again in 2028," which is hysterical.
I think it's a troll. I think there's could be a bit of truth in there. But to be honest, it's not even about Donald Trump. This is about having someone, whoever, in there that's going to do great for the country, for the world, and to get rid of the deep state, really, who stands for freedom. But we just hope that, and also to be free. We want silver and gold to go up because we want to be financially free from the system. We don't want to be greedy. We don't even want to be rich. We want to be free from the system where you don't have a mortgage, you don't have these government matrix contracts tied with that, so that they could say, all right, you need to have digital ID to make your next payment. No, we don't want that. We want to be free, and that's the point here. But Matt, thank you very much for sharing everything with us today. I really appreciate you. The link is below in the description, so please contact Matt Geiger and tell him exactly what you want to do, how you can be free to protect yourself in the future. Even if you just got some questions, call or message Matt today. But Matt,
happy to talk to everybody. Thank you, Nick. And, always good to be with you. And, your viewers have been great. So I just want to thank them as well, for just being a great group of people who, I enjoy very much working with. They make the job easy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. And we'll speak again very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.
You too.